This program is not made for kids. It includes swearing and mature themes that are not suitable for kids under the age of 13. Enjoy the fucking video.
This program is rated 14 plus and may contain mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
The Wild Nor'Wester is the most well-known service on the entirety of the North Western Railway and the UK in general. Once operated under the command of Gordon, the express would take passengers to the iconic locations such as Knapford, Tidmouth, Crovan's Gate and Barrow-in-Furness. However, nowadays the train is run by two HST twins, Pip and Emma.
How are we doing for time, Philippa?
Can you stop calling me by my full name, Emmeline? I am Pip. Pip. P-I-P.
Okay, sure, Philippa.
Can you...
Purchased in 2013, and their BR Mark III coaches started showing their age, often needing repairs or overhauls. This is why people and engines would see them lease coaches from other railways in conjunction with the cars that weren't being pulled from the service. Late one evening, the Vickerstown Bridge required maintenance, and the twins weren't able to proceed till the following morning. Pip and Emma tried to get comfortable at Barrow-in-Furness, but old rivals were lurking in the shed.
Oh joy! These two!
Good evening, ladies. Haven't seen you around in a while.
Evening, Orville. We've been out on the main line all day.
Too bad I couldn't rest in a shed. I actually lied.
Fate had other ideas. Thankfully, the passengers have been put in a hotel for the night. Curiosity of Mr. Melville. It's a big relief.
Relief? Ha! The only relief I want is for you two to find a proper scrapyard.
I beg your pardon, D199. Shut your silly lid up.
Come on, be nice. Hold on a minute. The NEC Mark IV coach was on your train today. Shouldn't you have that blue Mark III instead?
Our Mark III coaches were pulled from service 2 days ago. The air conditioner coolant leaked into the braking pipes. We're leasing the cars.
Ha! Then why keep you two in service? Even your coaches agree you're outdated. The 801 and the other mainline duty engines are more certified to that wretched express Sodor so desperately loves.
That's because Sodor isn't fully electrified, and even if they wanted to, what makes you think the Hat family would abandon those stinky steam engines?
Spam Can didn't say anything else for the remainder of the night. Early the next morning, however, he found his voice. As he arrived at Barrow Yards, chaos was abundant due to last night's shutdown. All the shunters were scurrying to get the correct trains out on time, and were carelessly making mistakes left and right. Spam Can saw this as an opportunity.
Quickly shut these coaches over to me and load.
But aren't those Pipsqueak and Sorai Emmas?
Yes, that's the point.
D199? Is that illegal?
Since when have you cared about being legal? Just do it.
All right, but it doesn't seem right.
Spam Can coupled up to his train and left with a devious grin. It wasn't long before the twins arrived and were informed of the situation. Their faces fell, and needless to say, the phone call to the NWR was dreaded. Soon, Mr. Melvin met them at Barrow with news and to take the passengers home.
Well, I was on the phone with Helen Fairbanks, and she's understandably furious with our carelessness.
But sir, it wasn't your fault.
And National Express doesn't see it that way. They plan to file a lawsuit against the NWR for theft of property.
But sir, you don't own Spamcam.
What are we gonna do?
I may have an idea.
Pip and Emma looked at Clanline.
Let's get an investigator to get this sorted out. We can get this case solved and avoid an unneeded lawsuit.
That's not a bad idea, Clancy. Now to figure out where the coaches are.
That's easier said than done.
Shall we try and fetch them?
That won't be necessary. Stay here until the investigator arrives. I will have Gordon do your passenger work.
And so, they did. They waited hours until the investigator arrived in nobody but Orville.
Orville?
Good afternoon again, you two. I was hoping to catch you. I couldn't help but notice that D199 has something that doesn't belong to him.
Pip, look, it's our coaches. You know how much this means to us.
My pleasure, my dears. However, I did notice some damage.
Because I'm part of the RIC, or the Railsworth Investigation Department. I've gotten permission from British Rails to conduct this.
And I'm their private enemy.
The investigator got Pip and Emma's side of the story. D261 saw the coaches and started to worry.
Oh dear, I never meant for this to happen.
And now for D199's version.
Let's wait for him to come into the Barrow sheds. He often spends his worthless, useless time there. What? He's a disgusting slime ball.
Anyways, sounds like a plan.
So they stayed in the sheds until the diesel oiled into his berth.
What's this? A welcome party?
No, this is an investigation party. I have a few questions to ask you, Mr. 199.
Well then, fire away.
Yes, now tell me about how the coaches got onto your train.
Very well. I was minding my own business when an average shunter placed my train on me. I had no idea. I just coupled up and left to avoid more slowdowns.
Any idea who this mysterious shunter was? Class, perhaps?
I'm not sure, to be honest. And I don't even remember.
I smell suspicious.
Then it looks like I'll have to interrogate every single shunter working today.
This made D261 extremely nervous. They slowly went down the line of shunters until they finally reached him.
Oh, me, I shunted coaches and trucks and things.
And any specifics?
Okay, I admit it. I pushed the coaches to D199 because he asked.
I knew it!
Objection! I'd never do such a thing!
I'd say, from our experience, that our case is closed. I have D261's confrontation on tape, and will now report this. Good day, engines.
Orville and the investigator leaving, the coaches were attached to the HST engines, and soon they were on their way.
I'm sorry about that. I really should.
Don't say another word! I hate you!
Mr. Melvin was informed of the good news and quickly called up Helen Fairbanks.
This is great news, Mr. Melvin. However, this doesn't change my views. It is your railway that is in charge of Barrow, and it was one of your engines that took our coaches and damaged them in the first place. Let me stop you right there, Miss Fairbanks. First of all, Network Rails owns and controls 85% of Barrow and Furness. Sodor only has 15% say in operation, and that only accounts for the Wild Northwester. Secondly, we don't even own D199 or D261. They are owned by the XBR Diesel Incorporated. Oh, I see. Then I guess our lawsuit isn't with Sodor. It's technically with Network Rails and the XBR Diesel Company. Oh, goodness. And not with you. Oh, I can only apologize and can offer you a generous compensation for our defamation we may have imposed upon you, Mr. Melvin.
And she was as good as her word. The lawsuit Network Rails and XBR Diesel Incorporated received was dealt with in a matter of days. They ended up agreeing to pay £50,000 for damages made to the coaches. They also agreed to make sure operations at the yard were safe and organised henceforth. As for Spamcan, let's just say he always makes sure that he checks his trains before heading out.
And what is this wreck?
This wreck is owned by the NWR, dear.
D199. Stealing coaches again, I see. I'm making Melvin file a lawsuit.
No! Please don't! Anything but that!
The fine will be so high, they'll have to sell you for scrap.
No! My brother's offer! I swear! No! No!
Oh, you got a good plan, man. Never seen him run faster than before.
Indeed. Let's get you home.